Maybe it's just my pure excitement for the season being over, but the season finale for Daredevil was a banger. I've already talked as to how much I didn't really mess with the build up to where we are now, and I admit I have not watched Daredevil since the COVID period, and I was like 14 or 15 when I did start watching Daredevil. And part of the main reason why I was excited for this rebirth was because I knew the Punisher was in it, and I really loved the Punisher. And all of that to the side, I think this was an alright season of Daredevil, but that is not enough because of how underwhelming season 1 was. I have a friend that really loves this Daredevil character and the show, and I see how enthusiastic he is about the show, and I had a point when I was watching it that rebooting the show this way was originally how it was originally intended, with them sidelining all the main characters, and how that didn't really go to plan because that was a really bullshit idea, and they now did it the way that they're doing it now. I always thought about it from both sides, and I felt like it was not really going to do any justice for either the old fans of the show that watch it since Netflix and the newcomers. But looking at how my friend and other people are in this circle have been, I can only categorize it for the new fans, and even at that, I don't think so, because there are very specific aspects of this show that I still do like. Obviously, anything with Poindexter is cool. I really enjoy some of the Fisk stuff, and also the anti-vigilante task force. I really enjoyed those parts of the show. Them trying to help Karen and Swordmaster. I always loved the courtroom scenes, even from the original Daredevil. It's always been up there, as along with like some Better Call Saul moments from the Breaking Bad universe, as the most entertaining I have seen lawyers arguing in the courtroom, and it's still good on here. Speaking of Better Call Saul, I also thought that this character of Swordmaster did a really good job, and there are moments of him that I wish we got more from him. Fisk is also really an excellent antagonist, but I wish we can finally get something new, because 4 seasons of Wilson Fisk, it gets to a point, man. And I do appreciate him being here, but I beg in season 3, if we have a season 3 and a season 4 and future seasons, can we go somewhere else? And to come to the OG, I've never really talked about it on this channel, but I've had a mixed bag with the Netflix Daredevil. It could be as a fact of the time I did watch it. As I mentioned, I was 14, I was pretty young, and there are parts of that show that are really, really slow and could be really, really boring for a 14-year-old me. And I also went from watching Luke Cage first and that was really corny from memory.
Who are you? Them call me Bushmaster.
To Punisher season 1 Punisher season 1 first. And that had some moderate highs, but it had some really pretty lows. But at the same time, I did really love the Punisher. And then I went on to Daredevil. And comparing all these 3 shows, they're all different, with different themes, different types of characters, and it just depicts themselves kind of differently. Maybe the closest we ever got to something being similar was Daredevil season 2 and the Punisher. And unpopular opinion, I actually kind of prefer Daredevil season 2 to the rest, but at the same time, I think I was young, so I don't know. But even at that, there were really, really highs in Daredevil that I think the Disney Plus version are still lacking to catch up to. But I will give my flowers to the creative too, because I have said season 1 was a mess. I think we can all agree season 1 of Daredevil Born Again was a mess. I'm happy that they haven't cancelled it so far, and they're giving it chance after chance for this series to build up, even regardless of the dwindling numbers for the show. And Jessica Jones is also in this, and I watched 2 episodes of her show. It was also at that period that I just was tired of these Netflix Marvel films, so her inclusion didn't really hit for me like it would for people that have caught up with everything Netflix Marvel. And I love Kristen Ritter, and I'm happy that we can finally get a crack of her character back. And I love the scenes that with her, and I love that she got to get Powell in that moment. But I wasn't really a fan of how her character was handled in terms of, it's a guest character appearance like it was in like the Netflix shows. But then she taps out for a moment, and then I'm like in my mind, I'm like, okay, calm. It's like a little brief cameo, not cameo, but like an episode with her. And that's cool. She's done. She leaves now. But then she comes back, and it just feels like the Netflix shows did handle those piggyback characters episodes well, because when she did leave, it felt like it was a bit comical, like, oh, my job's here is done, I need to go back and protect my daughter. Like, why couldn't they just say something in the lines of, I need to go see my daughter and maybe I could come back and help you? It just felt weird for her to just leave and then come back. It was just very comical. But I've been going back and forth with the stuff that I did like and I did not like. But let me just talk about briefly the stuff that I did like. Obviously, the Bullseye moment. I think he's a really good character. His character's done a huge 180, and I love his hype moments. I love the moments of him and his character like reconciling and doing good. And simply him on screen, he gets crazier, and I just keep on saying I love his character, and I think the actor does a really good job with him. And in the future, I would love to see more with him, especially with Matt Lillard's character. I think they are building Matt Lillard's characters for the future seasons, and I would not like. I don't know if people did or did not like Matthew Lillard's character, but I did like him, and I want to see him in future. So less Kingpin. I'm there. And I really liked the last episode because it had everything. He had the big courtroom scene, which was a really, really thrilling scene to watch. And you could also get that sense of the big reveal that was going to happen. And when it did, that was insane. And Fisk just going ballistic afterwards. And everything just concluding, the AFT, whatever it's called. Jem just having this way to settle everything. I really, really loved it. And my biggest compliment I can give this season is that it ends itself off so well. I love when a TV show or series just has that moment when you can sit down and be like, okay, the show is done here. And honestly, when I finished watching this season finale, and I didn't really know if season 3 was like greenlit or not, I was like, with the dwindling numbers of people not watching the show anymore, this was the best place to just, technically end it. And I'm happy that they have that season 3 because I thought we can finally like build on something that is better than what we had before. I thought season 2 was going to do that, but season 1 was pretty bad. But still, now that season 2 has ended off in such a good way, I will appreciate the fact that this show made me care more about the Daredevil character compared to the last season. And I want to see where this would take these characters. And that is my takeaway and shining light here. But Daredevil Born Again season 2, it was a slow start, but at least it got its landing right. And I can't wait to see where these characters go. And I would love to know what you think of the series so far. Thank you for watching this video, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye.